Welcome to We Really Love Island
with Remy and Lili.
I'm Remy Casimir. I'm a New York City stand-up comedian, and I host the sex podcast, How Come?
I'm Lili Michelle. I'm also a comedian, and I'm obsessed with season 2.
We are obsessed with love, sex, and reality TV, so we're binging the best show there is, Love Island. And now, so are you!
Watch along with us, and then listen to what we have to say about the episode. This episode, we're talking about
Season 2, Episode 11. Fucking kill me.
Well,
I hate everyone this episode. Every single person can suck a dick.
everybody kind of sucks.
Everyone sucks. Ryckard, who I thought was the sweetest baby in the world, is hiding under the covers from Rachel because he's fucking guilty.
I mean, first we start with Adam and the wrestling shorts, which I thought was cute.
Yeah.
And you made a good point of like, Zara, put them on, be
Put
fun.
them on, be fun.
And she just was
pause.
like, oh, how did this even start? Why is the music not working?
I don't know.
Okay, but you made a good point of that. And I was like, yeah, she should have been fun.
She's holding them up against her, being like, oh,
that's like, it's like, you know, it would be more fun.
the next step is to put them on.
Put them on, have fun, be this quirky girl that you want to be. Anyways, and then I think Ryckard and Olivia are cute though, because they just like sat down and like, how are things?
You just love friends who fuck each other.
I'm obsessed.
You're all about it.
You just realized that I'm all about it.
Yeah, you're all about it.
Yeah, I love fucking my friends and then being closer friends with them.
Like, okay, I've never had that experience.
Wait, you've never fucked a friend and then...
Actually, I fucked my friend one time because he came over to console me about
a breakup?
a boy.
Oh,
yeah.
Cute.
And then we ended up banging, and then I was like, oh, all right, bye, I'll see you later.
Oh, it didn't make you feel good?
No, it was like nice,
Yeah.
but it was just like, oh, now I don't really feel that we're so close. I just feel like you wanted to fuck. I don't know.
One of my guy friends that I did have a one night stand with, that I went to his place and got the full treatment.
Ah, yes, I know this one.
It was nice because that whole night we just held hands.
He's also he is like the friend that you fuck. Like
Yeah.
I've made out with, like he's
the friend that you
the
fuck.
friend that you fuck, and like
when you need comfort, he's there.
Yeah.
He's such a little cutie pie.
yeah, he's great. Did he go down on you?
No.
No. I'm curious about how he does that. He did it to one of our friends in a music video recently.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't go down on him either.
Okay.
So I was like, I don't know where it's been.
Yeah. Also, it's like, we're friends. We're just gonna fuck. We're not gonna look at each other.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't look at me.
don't look at me. That, I mean, Ryckard and Olivia couldn't have had more friend sex. Like they literally, they didn't kiss.
They didn't look at each other.
Slipped it in.
And I think it was cute. Ryckard was like, me and Liv are good. Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
I was just like thinking though, like, do you think Ryckard would go for her if she
would go for him?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
she's
definitely.
like, we're bezies, and he's like, oh,
Right.
mm.
Yeah. That's why I was curious, like, why wouldn't you sleep in the bed with Rachel? I think he mistook Olivia's like being like, I trusted you, as like, oh, maybe this is an opening
Yeah.
or something. Because otherwise you would sleep with beautiful Rachel downstairs.
Yeah.
Ugh, I felt so bad for her. And then she's like, why aren't you getting up this morning? And he's like, oh, I fucked next to you.
At least he's a conscious and like is upset, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Olivia's not upset at all.
Oh, I don't think she's thought about it twice.
No.
She's just like, oh, yeah.
Also, I always wonder about this when they have sex. Like, if the girls don't run off to the bathroom, like, are they just sleeping with their cum inside of them?
That's yeah. And also, where are the condoms?
Where are the condoms?
Because I know that there are a lot of condoms in the villa. They supplied them
Maybe
with a
they're
lot.
like bedside tables or something.
Maybe, but it's like if you open it.
But my thing is the UTIs that are probably running rampant.
Yeah,
like,
'cause
you're
I
not getting
remember-
out and peeing after sex.
I get UTIs if I don't.
Me too. And I'm always like, "Ugh, whatever, this one time it won't be a
Yeah.
problem. And it's like, yes, it will.
Yeah.
Like, you know the solution. Go
Yeah.
pee.
Just
it's
go
not that hard.
pee. It's really easy.
Zara makes eggs for Adam. while
Yeah,
she's trying to be chilled.
And he's really flirting with her. He's like, you have a good body.
I know. It was off-putting to me because I was like, what does he see in her that like I don't?
Yeah, but I feel like they would be a good match because he's a little anal.
Is he anal?
He just seems like a robot, you know? And she seems like a robot. So
he also doesn't eat the eggs, which contributes to your robot theory. It was like, let us make breakfast. We don't need this.
And then we throw it in the garbage.
Throw it in the garbage. And then Sophie's crying.
And then Katie's like, Tom, she's crying. It's like, just let her cry.
Let her. She's crying about him.
Yeah.
She feels trapped. Like, I know she was saying, like, yeah, I have my own apartment and I'm used to my own schedule and shit, but it's mostly like, I feel trapped, and like the number one person who's doing that is Tom.
Yeah, but I think she's equating feeling trapped in the villa to like not being Tom's fault. Like she doesn't want to admit it.
Right.
But it's like the reason you're crying is because you feel trapped, and you're saying it's the villa, but it's really Tom.
Yeah, she's like, I feel like I've regressed and I don't have my freedom or whatever. And then you just watch his face take everything so personally.
Yeah.
Because I think ultimately he knows he's the problem.
Yeah. And she says that she misses like intellectual conversations.
Yeah.
And like that the villa's so shallow. And he's like, oh, that must mean that I'm shallow.
I'm shallow and I'm
like,
stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no, you're all literally not allowed to talk about anything besides what's going on in the villa.
Yeah.
It's hard for people.
Yeah. And then she says that she wants to leave. And she feels like they've been dating for 6 months. And it's like,
I think she just wants to leave so she has an excuse not to see him anymore.
yeah. And it's also like,
I don't want to see him anymore.
Malin and Terry were like, oh, we've like known each other forever. It feels right. And are excited that it feels like it's been 6 months. Sophie and Tom are like, it's been 6 months.
Well, remember, like, I don't remember what date it was, but it was first 5 days. He's like cheersing to her and he's like, here's to 6 more weeks. And here's to 6 weeks. And I was like, have they already been there for 6 weeks? And I was like, oh my God, he's putting it on her that she's going to have to be with him the entire time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Like, and especially, I've said this, but she's older. She's there to look for love. Like, how is she not putting her eggs in multiple baskets?
I think she's like, he's so possessive.
He's so
Cara made a comment
annoying.
where she was like, oh, the bigger guys are always more sensitive, aren't they?
Yeah, like Jordan.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Like, sensitive, fine, but like controlling and scary, I can't stand him.
Yeah, he sucks.
I can't stand him. And then Sophie and Adam are talking and they got really stoked because like he was just like very forward with her. He's like, you're the prettiest one in the house to me. Like, how's it going with Tom? And she's like, yeah, we're best friends. Yeah, it's going really well.
She's such a little liar.
And like, yeah, she's like not smiling at all.
Yeah.
Like, she's just like, yeah, it's going, like, I like him.
I think she just doesn't want to talk shit about Tom, but it's like, we can all tell that you don't like him.
I hope she isn't doing it for the audience though, because like, we would rather you be happy.
I know, but I think she is kind of doing it for the audience. Like, she doesn't want to be this person.
Yeah.
That, jump shit. But
you're allowed. Everybody, like, she doesn't think she's
know.
going to be forgiven because she maybe doesn't think she's good enough to be forgiven. But you're allowed. That's your job on Love Island, is to like figure out like who's the best for you.
Yeah. But like,
it's really upsetting me.
I know, it's so upsetting. Every time they come on screen, I'm like, I hate Tom. Oh, he's so annoying. But like, even the last season with Jess, it's like she didn't even jump ship that much. She got pied off, and people
were still really mean to her, but
Yeah.
not the public.
Not the public.
Public was on board, but it's like the people in the house.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Sophie's being kind of similar to Naomi in that sense.
Yeah.
That like Naomi would just pretend to like Josh because that was she was expected to do.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, we don't want you to hurt our Joshy. We don't want you to hurt Tom. Like,
yeah, no one cares about Tom.
I don't care about Tom. He can take his tits elsewhere.
He take his fake tattoo.
Fucking loser. Yeah, so then when Sophie and Adam are talking, Zara comes over and he's like, I won't need you anymore for eggs because I know how to make them now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that he said that.
I mean, it wasn't in like a mean way, but she's like, yeah, I made him eggs this morning. And Sophie's like, wow, you're really putting out all the stops. He's like, yeah, don't worry. You don't have to do it anymore. Now I know how to do it.
Oh.
Like, kind of like how she didn't need to make him eggs.
Yeah.
Just the way she didn't need to stay by the bathroom.
Yeah. Also, when she was making the eggs, you could tell that like she was like making the eggs.
Yeah.
She was so excited and also nervous, and it's like, settle down. Why are you putting so much pressure on this fucking guy?
Literally. And then I just wrote, oh my God, who cares that you're with Tom? Because she was like, yeah, I'd go on the date, but I'm with Tom. I don't care.
Yeah.
No one should care.
Yeah, that doesn't stop anybody else.
That doesn't stop anyone else if they have a spark. Literally, Malin went for her best friend's dude because she was like, shit.
Yeah.
Like, ugh, I can't.
And also, it's an excuse to leave the villa even if you don't like the guy.
Right.
You've been complaining about the villa, so maybe just fucking leave.
Yeah.
And be like, yeah, you know what? I might not like this guy, but I gotta get out of the house for like an hour.
But even like, she was attracted to him. She literally dinged the bell because he was like, I think you're the prettiest girl in the house. And she's like, bye.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't take compliments. It's like, you're afraid of real love.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she chooses people that she knows are like definitely bad for her so that she doesn't have to like wonder when it ends, why it ended, or like.
Oh my God. To be honest, I'm having a crisis right now because
that sounds like you.
Yeah.
I've done the same thing. A lot of people do it. It just means that you're not ready for a relation. It's fine.
I know, but I like date like losers.
Same.
Yeah.
I mean, not anymore. I'm dating a loser. Love you, Ben. No,
And then Adam
I think also though people put too much pressure on people to become in relationships and like justify them or like validate themselves that way. Like you don't have to be with someone to. We already had this conversation.
Yeah,
but like,
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. Try dating some more dateable people, but also maybe you just don't have time.
I feel like I don't have time, and the time I do have, I don't want to spend it with someone.
Yeah,
I don't like.
That's fine.
But I would love to like meet someone that I click with. Like that'd be fun.
Ugh, don't tell me about clicks. Sophie and Adam click, and she even says so. And she's like, "But I'm just gonna ignore it."
And then Adam said Sophie is very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Confession.
Yep.
You guys are supposed to be together.
You're supposed to be. They look alike. They have similar accents. Like that's a bit of each other.
Yeah. She's a bit of me.
She's a bit of me. Then Adam gets his texts. You have to ask girls out.
And he asks Olivia.
He's like, you come in?
You come in? And she's like, are you asking me out?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish he was a little bit cool. Like
I thought it was cool.
I didn't like it.
I thought it was like,
you come in? It's like, just be like, do you want to go?
Yeah, I guess like the pomp and circumstance of the show is that you're supposed to be like, Olivia, I'd really like to take you on a date.
Yeah.
But I kind of liked how smooth, because I think they had just been talking too, that he was like, all right, well, you know what's up. You coming?
Yeah.
And then obviously Sophie immediately says to Tom, and she's like, oh, I was afraid he'd ask me out because of how you'd react.
Yeah. And Tom was like, well, why didn't you tell me? And it's like, well, she's telling you right now.
Right now.
You didn't ask. She told.
Literally.
It's so annoying. And then he was sitting there and just like stone cold. You could tell that he was like crying on the inside. I just imagine a small like 12-year-old boy, like a chubby boy inside of him, just like dealing with all these emotions and crying. I just see the kid in him.
I don't know. I don't sympathize with him because he's made her feel so shit.
Yeah.
Like, at a certain point, you have to step back and be like, I'm making this person really uncomfortable.
Yeah, but some people are not socially aware. Like, even comics sometimes, you're like, oh, I'm going to leave now. And they're just like, oh, wait, and you're like, why are you, we're not even friends.
Yeah, or that dude who bombed his ass off on a podcast that we watched and then posted about it like he had done a good job.
Yeah, some people are just not aware.
Oh, I need some of that.
I wish I wasn't so aware.
Yeah, I need like a little fragrance, like Delusion by Calvin Klein.
That's funny. But Sophie said she was happy she wasn't chosen, and it's like, stop lying. Why do you keep...
No, but she was only happy she wasn't chosen because of how Tom would react. Like, if Tom was out of the equation, she would have been, like, sick.
Yeah.
Pumped.
But it's like, I just wish she could be a little more honest with herself.
I do, too.
With the public who are watching, and especially with Tom, you know?
Yeah.
It's
even with Cara, when she was talking to Cara in bed, she's just like... yeah, I don't know. Like, I kind of... She's like, are you feeling like it, like in a weird place? She's like, kind of. Like, no, you are very torn right now.
Yeah.
And, like, you're allowed to say that you don't like the person you're currently with. Like, it's not going to make anybody judge you. In fact, I'm judging you harder.
For not being true to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think she was afraid of seeming this way and then ends up becoming this way. Yeah. You know?
Definitely.
It's funny how that works out.
Yeah. And then Zara's crying before he's even picked all of his dates. She's like, I just thought I'd be the first one. Like, you're the worst.
I hate her
Calm your fat
much.
tits.
Also, I have big tits, and I'm never like, are you looking at my boobs? Look at my boobs. My boobs are all natural. I'm like, oh,
like
God.
A child.
Yeah.
It's
I'm like
did
my
you
back.
Just get your boobs?
My back always hurts because of them.
Yeah,
get rid of them.
Bothering the rest of us for years.
I'm like, I hate them. And she's like, my boobs. Look at my boobs.
And
they're real.
Yeah, and she's like, it's kind of disrespectful to herself and women everywhere that she's like, the rest of us are like, eyes up here. And she's like, oh, this is my one thing. I will capitalize.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I would want eyes taken away from her face because she looks like a seagull.
She looks so bad.
A puffin.
She looks so bad. I'm just like, this...
She's always whinging, whining.
Miss GB must be an easy competition.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm going to apply for Miss GB next year.
Or they must not let you talk at all.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
I was
you
looking.
Must be silent.
Yeah. Okay, so then
and
Olivia,
the judges must be blind.
And the judges must be blind. Okay, so Olivia and Adam have their date. I think they're both just good conversationalists.
Yeah, they both really are.
Like, they don't have good spark at all, but it's like they're able to keep on a nice, like, get to know you conversation, have like a little bit of like back and forth. Like, she thought he was a bit cringy because he tried an Essex accent, which I love seeing somebody over there try to imitate each other's accents because it makes me feel less bad. They're like, oh, you're terrible. I'm like, haha.
We're all bad.
We're all horrible.
We can't do it. But he did say that his last relationship was 6 years ago.
Yeah, when he was 18.
Wow. He's like Zara.
Yeah.
Except older.
Yeah.
Interesting.
2 years too long.
It's like...
That's her phrase.
Calm down.
2 years too long.
I just feel like she should have a giant mole on her face.
I just want to cut off her head.
And by the giant mole, I mean that's her face.
That's her face. Okay, then Zara gets her text, and she seems to be very confused by the concept of this show, despite being there the entire time. She gets the text, and she's like, what? Me? Like, it said that he was going to have 3 dates. Like, you're one of the single ones. What do you mean?
And she grunts. When she's walking into the villa to get ready, she's like, ah. And it's like, wait. You wanted this.
Yeah, you
wanted this. You cried about it. You're just always miserable and find something to complain about.
Yeah. I have a friend who she like moves every few months because she's got unlimited resources. It's really not a problem, but like she's a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
And every time she moves, she expects that her life is going to be different. And I'm like, no. Dude, everywhere you go, you're still there. Like, that's just
you
Zara.
Can't run away from you.
Yeah. Like, Zara's just sucks.
She fucking
Nothing's going to make her happy because she can't make herself happy.
Yeah, and the first thing she says on the date is, how do you feel about the whole Miss GB thing?
Yeah. Besides being losery or whatever, it's a weird way to phrase it because it sets it up as if this is something that everybody else has had a problem with.
And nobody's had a problem with it.
And no one's had a problem with it. It's not like, oh, how do you feel about me? Like, and I don't have a problem with this, but how do you feel about me doing porn before? You know, like, I didn't. But, you know, like, if somebody
like,
did.
On a date, if I was like, how do you feel about me doing stand-up? It's like, what? it doesn't matter because I'm gonna do it because you're Miss GB. Like you're doing these things.
Right.
Who gives a shit?
Right.
If it's a problem,
ooh, yeah.
If it's a problem, they
you
wouldn't
shouldn't
be
be together.
Here.
Yeah. And if it's a problem, what are you going to do then? Be like, okay, cool. I'm going to change my whole thing.
Yeah, she
of
would.
You. And she would. Yeah. She apparently thinks aging is a very funny concept.
Yeah, he was like, looks fade, and she was like, ah!
like, is this news?
Yeah.
Did you just? Okay, cool.
The thing is that looks is all she got, and she doesn't even.
And she doesn't even got much.
Yeah, she doesn't got it.
I honestly did find her very cute in the beginning, and then the second her personality stepped in, I was like, goodbye.
I think that's how everybody felt.
Yeah. Tom back at the house is genuinely not bothered, despite when she gets the text going, told you. I told you. I knew it was going to happen.
I told you. And she's like, wait, what are we even talking about?
But honestly, I'm not bothered. Honestly. Like, he doesn't even give her the phone so that she can read the text.
Yeah.
He's just like, told you. And like goes off in a huff before she's like, wait, what? What did you?
Yeah.
Oh, exciting. I get to leave the house.
Yeah. I was just crying earlier about how I feel trapped. So this must be nice.
Told you you'd be afforded this.
I'm not bothered. Just bring me a bottle of wine. I just want wine. It's like, get away from her.
Also, I think about this a lot, like with people in relationships, like if you wouldn't want them to be happy with somebody else eventually, like granted not while you're with them, but if you don't ultimately want happiness for the other person, and you don't want them to like I've seen a lot of couples on different episodes being like, of course, go out, see how it matches up, like
Ryckard and Olivia being like to Tell and Malin, like if it feels right,
if it feels right, it feels right. Like, listen, I'm not here to stop you because that's not what this is about. And Tom is like, no, that's what this is about.
Yeah. So crazy.
Like he's not like, you know what, you could have a really nice day. Just a really nice day.
Yeah.
Like you could have a really nice conversation. Somebody else could lift your spirits. That would be nice.
Yeah, but he wants
to be the source of all happiness and all pain.
Yeah.
He's abusive. I hate him.
I don't like him at all. And it's also like, if she can't find love, like finding love is so hard, especially now with everything. And like, I just remember dating someone and then he met someone else and I could tell that they had like a spark and stuff. And I was like, oh, go for that.
Right.
I was like, go for that. I just want you to be happy. Like, if you guys are happy, that's great. And they're together and that's awesome.
And that's great.
Yeah, because we weren't a good match.
Yeah. And if Tom actually cared about Sophie's feelings, he would put his by the wayside for like at least the next 10 minutes before she leaves for her date.
Yeah.
And he leaves her with this like terrible taste in her mouth and this other feeling of needing to be loyal to him on the date, where she totally trashes the date.
Yeah.
She fucked up that date. She says, she's like, we had a click, but then during the date, she's like, you should choose Liv or Zara because they're one of the single girls. Why?
Yeah.
He could literally save. He likes her so much. Like, you can tell.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then he comes back and he's like, okay, I'm going to talk to Tom. And Tom is like, I don't like you. You're a little snake. I'm crazy about her.
Yeah.
Like,
starts flipping the cushions and like trying to be manly and being like, I think you should have talked to me first. And he's like, oh, my bad.
He's like,
you're not.
Oh, I didn't have the ability to do that because I was away sending texts.
Yeah. Also, the producers sent those texts.
Yeah, those texts were, Adam wasn't like, I think you could use a drink.
Yeah.
I think that the producers wrote that because they were giving her an out. Like
they
here,
were like, she needs to come out of the villa.
Tom, like, look, she does need something. Like, and it's not just another guy. It's like she needs a drink.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, well, I guess since I want a drink, I can understand that.
Yeah. And then she comes back and admits that they clicked.
Yeah, but let's ignore the whole thing.
Yeah. Because you don't want to upset Tom. Ticking time bomb, Tom.
I hate him. Vocab. Banterful.
I love that.
I know.
It was banterful.
It was banterful. What was Sophie and Adam's date? The most cutie, ruined date.
Patooties.
I wonder if anybody ever like calls each other after the season and is like, hey, that was...
We did have a good date.
Yeah.
I want to know that's what I am excited about to learn.
I know that there's ones on the later seasons because I was stalking this morning. That like somebody left the house and then somebody like got with somebody else and then afterwards they ended up and like are still together and shit. But yeah, I feel for Sophie, but I'm also like pissed at her right now.
Yeah, I just wish she wasn't so hypocritical and more honest with herself.
Yeah, and like maybe she doesn't feel like she really has allies in the house that she can trust about her feelings.
I think she feels that way.
Yeah.
Because you don't see her getting close with anyone.
Yeah.
It's just Tom.
Yeah.
And then Katie's talking shit.
And Dan really does, every time Sophie's upset, he like goes to her.
Yeah.
And then they made the mistake of calling Tom in.
Yeah, because Dan would have been...
He would have really soothed, I think. All right. I'm hungry now. Will you make me some eggs and avocado?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great.
Cool.
See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey guys, we know we really love Island, but do you? If you really love We Really Love Island, let us know.
Leave a rating and review and tell everybody you know to subscribe too.
You can find us anywhere podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, all of them, hopefully. If they don't work, message us. You can find us on Instagram at We Really Love Island, or follow us individually at Lils Michelle
and at Remy Casimir. You can also like us on Facebook, facebook.com/We Really Love Island.
Follow us on Twitter at We Really Love Island.
Send us your thoughts and your prayers, and if you know any of the contestants,
send them our way.
Yes.
Perfect.
Amazing.
And always remember that we're not affiliated with Love Island, ITV, CBS, or anything. We're not official anything. We're just two comedian girls. Thank you. Goodbye.